hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with the Buffalo Bills. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. On first down, Duran. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be. And
he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. He'll losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down. Looking to throw. Duran. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. They'll get 8, but they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive because that's not enough. The Bills send the punter out. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Jets will take over first and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Charles. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end.
Ponder's going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Ed Oliver able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Charles. And he lost the football. Charles loses it. But I think a Jet was able to recover, and they'll keep possession thanks to a heads-up play. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 21. So a nice catch right there. And this receiving core, without their number one wideout, keep that in mind. He's inactive this week, though it shouldn't be a long-term absence.
And I would think, partner, that this is where an offensive coordinator believes he can solve the problem by spreading the ball around. Because anytime you lose your number one guy, it's obviously a blow to your offense. But it's also an opportunity to say, hey, they can't focus on trying to stop one guy. Keep spreading it around. The last part, each one of those receivers, they believe they're the number one guy, and they're ready to step up.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all this stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
They'll run here on 3rd and goal. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. Matt Amendola now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Jets lead at 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the...
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big gain there for the Bills.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
They'll run on 1st down. Newsom. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Newsom. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Looking to throw. Durant.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit.
And the Jets are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in week 4, and it was the Jets winning on the road, so they're looking to finish off the sweep here now at MetLife Stadium.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. It's a big play that time by the Jets.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
Now a play fake here on first down. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Back to throw. Charles. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. And Charles got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Charles. He's going to loft one. Deep left side here. He's got it at the 15. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. It's a big play there for the Jets on 3rd down.
Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And boy, that was something to watch, wasn't it? How about the way these guys came out here in the first quarter? They really put their stamp on this game early with their play calls, and they certainly look good so far.
They run the counter now on first down. Powering his way forward, and he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter.
And the Jets lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game.
After right down the middle, and it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game? You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
They go play action here on first down. Going deep for Diggs. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity. He'll try again with the arm here on second down.
I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
They'll look to throw again. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
This will be taken at the 10. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. A 6-2 is their record through the first 8 weeks. Now, Charles, what is your assessment for them in the second half of the season?
Well, I think that the road gets a little bit tougher for them. And when I look at their schedule, I see some of these road games, and I know those are going to be difficult. But this is a good team, so I'm going to go with 11-5. That seems about right, and I think that'd be a nice accomplishment, too.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Looking to throw. Charles. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. He's got a man, complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. Big yardage that time for the Jets. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Charles. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Back to throw. Charles. He sets to fire deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. It's a big play that time by the Jets.
He's been a one-man dynamo on this drive so far. You know the other receivers would love to get involved. But right now, his skill and his play has his team in a great position to put 6 points on the board.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. They'll run with Carter. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Off play action. Charles. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Jets will extend their lead.
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally. This will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Booker to return it. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
As we've seen, their first 2 drives didn't yield anything points-wise. Certainly feels like they think to themselves, it's time to open this thing up, taking the big shot downfield.
To throw on third down, Durant. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Charles. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
But, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And got his man complete. Still fighting. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. With touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Jets are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point splits the uprights. That is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Booker to return it. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Finding Knox there, complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game. Throwing on first down, Durant.
To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Off the play fake, Duran. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Schwartz. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 35.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On first down, Newsome. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
43 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills cut into that lead. Extra point attempt here still to come. He's got it to bring it back to 28-7 now.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. And now here's a carry heading left. And some room to work. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a big play that time by the Jets. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
On 1st and 10, it's Carter.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
2nd and 4.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 24-yard line.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
To throw on 2nd down, Charles. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Charles. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
Booker to return it. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he almost had his 2nd pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call. But they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Duran looking for Pryor long. And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw. Duran going deep for Diggs. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Bills send the punter out. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Pulled in at the 24. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And the Jets set to receive this 3rd quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the 2nd half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run on 1st down. Carter. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Charles. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
He's going to be very close to a first down. Good running, but looks like he's a yard short. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves him looking at a 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now here's a throw that's complete. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Off play action. Duran. They'll roll him out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
And this one is incomplete.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is taken at the 15. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards.
And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And he'll give it here to his running back. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Off the play fake. Charles. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to have the Jets first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Out of the gun, they run with Carter.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Charles.
And, that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is taken at the 23. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
On 1st and 10, Duran. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy. Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off near the 32, and he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
To throw on 2nd down. Charles. Looking right sideline. That's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year.
And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Booker to return it.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
Now this throw caught left side, and he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But nice throw there for a good game and a first down.
Touchdown, Bills! And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is down to 24. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground, Carter, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Now a handoff as they run left side. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now a handoff here to his running back. Finds it, puts it on the carpet, it's out. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your... He's got a man complete. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play here for Buffalo. Off play action. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. The loss of 5, and now it's second down. Looking to throw. Durant. And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now, remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in. The Bills on third down. Just one conversion and 8 tries. Not good. This will be 3rd and 15. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Jets are going to get the football back. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. I'm sure the message as they come out onto the field was, hey, take care of the football, because the fumble last possession led to a touchdown. Still a 3-score game, though.
You don't want things to start to snowball. You know, one error leads to another, which leads to another. And then all of a sudden you're fighting for your life down the stretch instead of finishing the game in style, which is what they're trying to do on this drive.
Yeah, it would be a pretty amazing comeback, but we've seen crazier things happen in the National Football League.
We certainly have.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got this down to the 35. 103 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And he'll be taken down at the 34. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, partner, nothing but praise for me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. On the counter, Carter. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got his big tight end here. And he'll be brought down shy of the first down marker at the 11. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And on 4th down, they come up and take the knee. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule, that if someone does it to them.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A big gain there for the Bills. On first down, Durant. There goes a deep ball, end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And, oh, that one's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. Third down coming up. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Back to throw again. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he'll go out of bounds finally at the 7. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bills get a bit closer. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So take away the touchdown. And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown. Dawson Knox, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bills cut into that lead. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw, as this play will stand as is. That's caught. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. And I think this defense knew what was coming, as he is smothered behind the line. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. A toss left side for Carter. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Back to throw. Biggs. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
And that nearly intercepted. Oh, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's second down.
He's going to let it fly.
And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up third down.
On third down, Duran. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Greedy Williams picks it off. That is now seven interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
The Jets, with victory seemingly in hand, they take a knee.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So it's a victory here for the New York Jets, and they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it, because normally